This show is being filmed in front of a live studio audience. It's the Ownbey 15-minute news hour. It's the Ownbey 15-minute news hour. It's the Ownbey 15-minute news hour. Here's our sign. Here's our sign. Welcome to another edition of the Ownbey 15-minute news hour. I am your host, Johnny Feltersnatch. This is my co-host, Dick Hitswater.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Hey, we're not going to forget this week. We have a sponsor this week.
Yes, we do.
The beautiful people at Mary Kay. Yes, Mary Kay, helping women look good since when Mary Kay started. Give blissfully, it says. This is support my sister Jackie. Jackie does the Mary Kay. She's going to win a car. It's going to be great. So anyways, Mary Kay. James, I got all kinds of great stuff in Mary Kay. If you haven't checked this out, look at, see this? Comfort and joy right there. That's good stuff. Give her beautiful skin for life. Just all kinds of great stuff in here. How refreshing.
You know what's great about Mary Kay is they turn barflies into bar butterflies.
Well, that's Budweiser.
That's nice. Yeah. You wake up the next morning and you have a bar slug laying next to you in your bed. You have to chew your own arm off to get out of there.
Yeah, and then Bob's remodels, and then, go from there. There you go. Anyways, James, you want to jump right into the news?
Yeah, you bet. So, our first story, a man who was swimming off the coast of Sanya, China, and I probably mispronounced that, but that's okay.
I'm with you.
He was left in agony after his penis was stung by a stingray. The man was left rolling around on the sand in pain after the animal's barb hooked onto his schlong.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when he crawled back onto the beach, the stingray was still attached. And if you've seen the video, it's not like a little stingray. I mean, this thing looks like a garbage can.
Like
lid.
a
Yeah, it's a 20, 30
stingray?
pound.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, this thing was attached. Barbs in the schlong. Of course, being in China, when the emergency crew showed up, they didn't have the appropriate tools to be able to remove the stingray's barbs from the man's penis.
I understand.
So I'm assuming they showed up. They looked like a Three Stooges routine. They jumped out. The one guy fell down. And yakety sax is playing, in the background. And, it's like, what, you don't have a knife? You can't just cut the tail off? Like, none of them had a pocket knife?
Yeah, I'm still stuck on the barb and the penis part.
Yeah. So after a very long period of time and a little improvisation, they finally were able to remove the barbs from the man's penis.
Well, thank God for the man.
Yeah, and of course, thank God to onlookers standing around instead of jumping and helping. Everybody busted out their cell phones. So there is video, you can check it out, of this poor man rolling around with like a 20 to 30 pound stingray attached to his penis. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds good. James, if I was ever to have a fish attached to my swanch, I would hope it would be a blowfish.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. More film at 11.
Oh, and we just lost our camera.
Ah, crap. Hang on. Sorry, folks.
See?
Just stick with us.
There we go.
I told you I was going to beat the table.
We're also our live audio.
We are our tech crew.
Yeah.
Special thanks this week to Christine Elmos for hooking us up with the, being our tech person.
That's her phone.
It's working well. Long Island. Long Island police in the Long Island town of Coram, New York, are looking for people responsible for putting up vending machines that appear to be crack pipes. 2 of the small blue machines were found over the weekend and were reported to the police, who removed them. The machines had coin slots where patrons would insert $2 and get a pin-shaped device that inside had the items to construct a crack pipe. John Krieger, a city spokesman, said they were actually repurposed tampon dispensers. That's what they used.
Really?
Yeah. So they took 2 of these bad boys, at least 2 of them. That's all that the cops have found. Councilman Michael Laguerno told CNN, "It is not illegal to sell the pins, and it is not illegal to sell the pipe, but they are considered drug paraphernalia being dispensed by a machine that was illegally installed per town code."
So it sells you a packet that you construct your own crack pipe.
Right.
So it's like what, a little bit of aluminum foil?
It's a tampon, because they were like tampon dispensers.
Okay.
So it's like a pin, right? So
So it's like a tampon with a little hole in it. You put a little piece of aluminum foil down in there.
Right.
You put your crack in said aluminum foil.
Tamp it.
Tamp it in the tampon.
Right.
You tamp the pond. Yeah,
See,
you tamp your crack in the pond.
Every good crackhead knows the first thing that you have to do when you smoke crack is you have to tamp the pond. I don't even think that's a thing.
And how bad do you have to be a crack addict to know how to construct a crack pipe out of a tampon?
Dude, here's the best part. Who thought of this? I mean, what an awesome idea! So you're a guy and you have all this crack and you want to sell it, but you know that people don't have crack pipes.
Yeah.
So, vending machine. You find an old used tampon vending machine, which I can't believe they have, but it makes sense. Maybe I was alive when they had those. I was alive when they had cigarette vending machines.
Absolutely.
So anyways, they put these in the park illegally and just set them up and then ran. And it doesn't say how long it took the police to find them, but
They found them.
Say no to crack pipes in New York, apparently.
What's coming next? Vending machines that sell crack whores? Oh wait, that's Sprague in Washington. Yeah.
Well, but here's something else though. If you think about it, like you go and you buy a pipe, right? Now, I've never bought a glass deek, but I bought pipes before.
I've never bought a beaker.
Right.
Right.
Well, no, not a beaker.
Well, whatever.
Anyways, so how much does the pipe cost normally? $7 to $10, right? These are
don't know.
$2 a pop, man. $2 a piece.
Yeah. One time use?
Yeah, one hit wonders.
Well, you can only use them for 7 days.
That's right. Exactly.
All right.
Anyways,
Clay, do you know what a fatburg is?
I know what a fat burger is.
Okay. Do you know what a fatburg is?
Mr. Berg?
Nope.
He was a fat burg.
A fatburg is defined as a sewer mass made up of grease, fat, wet wipes, tampons, human hair,
They have a
semen.
name. They have a name for that.
Yeah, dead goldfish. So anything you flush.
So a fatburg is anything that goes down a toilet and then gets stuck in a pipe
Yes,
somewhere.
it's a sewer mass that grows in sewers, and it's a conglomeration of,
Fatburg.
people like wash their bacon grease down the sink. It all collects hair, things like that. All right.
Fatburg.
Yeah.
Goldfish down there.
Yeah, and actually,
little alligator.
Yeah, a bunch of anything. There's GI Joes, I'm sure, a little Matchbox cars.
Hey, I made an attempt to flush a shaving cream can one time.
There you go. Crack pipe, tampon, crack pipes.
$2 crack pipes.
Yeah.
I like the $2 crack pipes.
So
myself.
a fatburg was the culprit of release of more than 1 million gallons of sewage into a Baltimore, Maryland stream last week. So it
fatburg broke.
It backed up the whole sewer and leaked sewer.
And
sewage
finally,
into a stream.
finally, the fatburg just gave way.
Yeah, but that does not compare to the 130-ton rock-solid mass found in a sewer in London, England. The mass was the size of 11 double-decker buses. So if you took 11 double-decker buses and lined them up, that's how big this fatburg was in a sewer in London.
I don't even think Evel Knievel could jump that.
Well, and the thing about it being in England, obviously there was no toothpaste connected to the fatburg.
Yeah,
they don't brush their teeth. No dental floss.
Yeah, exactly. No bristles.
Just think about how gross that is. Just hair, snot, everything that goes down your drain, coffee grounds.
That is the worst thing. And it also brings us to this week's impromptu 10-second rule. Yes, that's right. The Dungus impromptu and 10-second rule brought to you this week by Mary Kay James. In 10 seconds, I would like for you to name as many things as you would not want to find in a fatburg. In 10 seconds, as many things as you would not want to find in a fatburg. And go.
My lunch for that day, my pillow, my toothbrush, my underwear, my car keys, my wallet, my wristwatch, my hat, a girlfriend.
And time. That was good.
Thank you.
You got 3.5 points.
Oh, fantastic.
We were looking for the New York Yankees. New York Yankees.
They are a fatburg.
They are an entire team. If Major League Baseball team was a fatburg, it would be the New York Yankees. They should just name the team the New York
Well,
Fatburg.
there was a fatburg that was found in one of the sewers of California. It turned out it was just Rosie O'Donnell. So...
And it was a hot tub. Back to New York, Mount Morris, New York. Police apprehended 3 burglar suspects Sunday by following a trail of macaroni salad they left behind during their getaway. Livingston County Sheriff's Office reports the thieves broke in and stole cash from a Build-A-Burger restaurant, along with the restaurant's entire surveillance system and a large bowl of macaroni salad.
What was the name of the restaurant?
Build-A-Burger.
Can you build a fatburger?
Build a fatburg.
Build a fatburg.
We want to see, build a fatburg.
I bet their pipes are all backed up.
If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I bet their sewer pipes are all backed up, if you know what I mean.
They need some Drano, if you know what I'm saying. Hey, so they escaped via the Greenway Trail, but authorities followed the trail of cash register parts, surveillance system parts, rubber gloves, and a steady trail of macaroni salad, which apparently the 3 men took turns eating as they escaped. So they're not running from this joint, right?
No, obviously...
They're taking a nice leisurely Mountain Morris, New York stroll.
And
down the Greenway Trail.
And unless they live right next door, how much macaroni salad are you stealing? You got like a 5-gallon bucket of mac and cheese.
Was that bitch?
Yeah, and each guy's got a spoon, and you're just like...
Have these guys never seen Hansel and Gretel? Where they leave a trail of food, and then the whoever, in that case, there's no cops. But in this case, there's cops. Yeah. How stupid would you have to be? Oh, and also, they left their rubber gloves, surveillance system parts, and cash register parts. So 3 dudes, obviously on foot. Because I don't think there's any way if they were driving, I don't think there's any way that they could leave a trail of macaroni salad.
They obviously hit up the tampon machine in the park and bought a pipe. They got really stoned.
Got themselves
a good nugget of
piece of crack.
Colorado High or whatever
in New York
or crack.
Fatburg.
No,
They
the
call it
crackheads
fatburg
don't
crack.
eat.
Oh, that's right.
Crackheads aren't breaking into a fat burger.
No, yeah, these guys aren't crackheads, apparently.
Yeah,
Stoned, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But they stole...
5 gallons of macaroni salad. Damn! Get a big spoon.
They stole the entire cash register. Then the entire surveillance system, so all the cameras, puts probably it's fatburg, so there's a fatburger, Build-A-Burger, so there's got to be at least, one camera? But then you got to go get the VCR out and the backup tapes.
Yep.
And then on their way out, they're like, oh shit, dude, is that macaroni
Macaroni
salad?
salad? Well, and then they open up the fridge, they're like, we don't need any beef, we don't need any onions
It's a
and
fatburg.
yeah.
Make yourself
Oh
a
my
double
God,
quarter pounder. They have bacon in there.
either that or they're sitting around, they're like, you know what, man, have you tried that macaroni salad from Build-A-Burger?
Is the bomb.
That is delicious.
There's nothing better than Build-A-Burger macaroni salad.
Forget Longhorn barbecue potato salad. Forget Rob's clam chowder. We're going to Build-A-Burger to get some of that macaroni salad.
Okay, but here's another question, right? So I have been to countless fast food restaurants, and not just chain restaurants, but mom and pop joints, which I'm assuming Build-A-Burger is. It reminds me of Serve a Burger up in Sandpoint, which is another place I'd like to bomb. Anyways, so I've been to a bunch of these places. I have not yet been to a burger joint that sells macaroni salad.
That's a very good point.
I haven't seen it.
That's
Onion rings. I got onion rings.
And
French fries.
Who
Sometimes
goes into a burger
coleslaw.
joint? Yeah, who goes into a burger joint and like, I want the triple decker bacon jalapeno Swiss mushroom burger. Oh, you want fries with that? No, actually, I would like some. Do I want Jello or the macaroni salad?
Potato salad,
I think I'll have the macaroni salad with a bowl of pistachio pudding on the side. No, man, you go get a burger and some damn fries.
You know what? I love a macaroni
Jesus.
salad, and I would crush a macaroni salad. But the thing is, even when you're if you love macaroni salad when you're walking, you guarantee that shit is not hitting the floor.
Well,
and if
and
it does, you stop and pick it up and eat it. I don't care if you are in New York. It's macaroni salad, for God's sake.
Yeah, I like macaroni salad on like Easter with like
hungry.
chicken and you know
barbecue.
like but not to go get a burger macaroni salad.
It just kind of makes me think that the macaroni salad wasn't for like the restaurant, like they had a potluck or something. Or something. Hey, my mom made some macaroni salad. I brought this in for everybody.
Either that or one of the guys that got arrested was like a delivery driver. And he's like, you know what? I just delivered 5 gallons of macaroni salad to build a burger. Well, and here's the thing. They left a trail, so what if they'd have broken the Kentucky Fried Chicken? There'd have been like chicken bones, like a trail of chicken bones all the way around.
Yeah.
You know what? You go into, you rob a Taco Bell, there's like hot sauce packets that follow you home.
Because you know at a Kentucky Fried Chicken there's going to be chicken. It would have to be something they don't normally sell, like cantaloupe.
Yeah.
Like a trail of cantaloupe leaving from the Kentucky Fried Chicken. You know? Or dirty socks. Something they don't sell. I don't know. Build-A-Burger in New York. Check it out. They have macaroni salad on the burgers.
I'll tell you what, Clay. Let's jump into sports. You want to do some sports?
I like some sports.
So, listen to sports. We're both big sports fans.
Yeah, there's a true statement.
You know, and so the thing about sports is we always like to make fun of. Chris Berman had the famous names of the guys.
Right.
Yeah, Steve Saxophone.
Right. Oh, to be young again, McDowell.
Yeah, Mike Rainbow Trout.
Yeah, Julio, won't you let me take you on a sea cruise?
Kevin Largemouth Bass. You know, these are good nicknames.
Dog Presley.
But, you know, there are certain athletes that are just born with bad names. You know, people are just born with a bad name.
So you mean like Ed Smith? That kind of bad name? Or like something that's...
John Johnson.
Yeah, you know, Clay Ownbey.
Richardson. You
Clay
know, just
Ownbey's
like
a
bad
terrible
names.
name.
So,
Clay Ownbey.
the Dungus Investigative Research Team tagged up with the Bureau of Athletes, Games, and Sports, otherwise known as BAGS. So the Dirtbags.
The Dirtbags team.
Dungus Investigative Research Team and the Bureau of Athletes, Games, and Sports put together a list of some of the worst names ever.
The definitive Dirtbags name.
The Dirtbag list of the worst sports names ever. Now, these are absolutely true. You can look them up if you want to. These are absolutely true.
Okay.
Now, everybody knows, like, the worst football or the worst sports names of people that are famous. Dick Butkus, Jim Bob Cooter.
Oh, Jim Bob Cooter.
Dick Trickle.
Coco Crisp.
Yeah, you know.
Dick Trickle. I like Dick Trickle.
I don't know. Colin Kaepernick. You know, the worst names of sports.
The worst possible names.
These are some. These are some of the.
New York Yankees.
Yeah, exactly.
Those guys.
Derek Jeter. So these are some of the lesser known sports names that you might not know. For example, soccer player Dean Windass. That's right,
Windass.
Dean Windass.
Hey, pass it to Windass. Hey, we're gonna call a special play for Windass. Who's taking the PK? Windass.
Yeah, you ever heard the expression "bend it like Beckham"? Yeah, well, shut him like Windass.
That's right.
So
Wind it like Windass.
In 2005, the Marshall football team had two guys on their team, Chubb Small and Uranus Johnson. So Uranus Johnson and Chubb Small both played on the same team.
Uranus Johnson.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't bad enough to be Uranus, but then you have to have another male body part.
And if you put them together, you'd be Uranus Chubb Small Johnson, which is terrible.
I see the wedding game coming up here in the next couple of weeks.
In the year 2000, the United States had an Olympian, Misty Hyman.
Oh, Misty.
Yeah. And it's a fun fact about that. 13.7% of American women suffer from a Misty Hyman.
That's right.
So
and not to be left out, her father, Mr. Hyman.
Yeah.
That's the guy with the bad aim.
Former NFL Patriots football player, Harry Colon. And actually, Tom Brady suffers from Harry colon. So
I think his is wax colon.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, his wife's a supermodel.
Colon.
He bleaches his colon. That's his nickname.
That's,
hey,
that's what they used to call him at Michigan. Hey,
old,
BC.
Yeah, BC.
Oh, BC.
Old bleach colon Brady over there.
Bleach colon Brady.
So
I like it. That one's staying, James.
Yeah,
that
like
one's
that.
sticking
Bleach colon Brady. Japanese volleyball player Yoshi Takeshita. And it's spelled exactly like Takeshita. And in Japan, Yoshi Takeshita actually means diarrhea sandwich. That's a fun fact. That's true.
And one of my favorite jam bands, Diarrhea Sandwich.
Minor league baseball player Steve Sharts. And in English, Steve Sharts actually means Steve has liquid farts. So, Takeshita means diarrhea sandwich. Sharts means liquid farts.
I thought that was a Shatner.
No, that's what you do when you miss the toilet. You shat near the toilet. Too drunk, can't sit on it.
Shatner is when one of your sharks breaks.
The Pittsburgh Steelers used to have a quarterback, Dick Shiner.
I've heard of Dick Shiner.
Yeah, Dick Shiner.
That's good. I like Dick Shiner.
Yeah, he was also a part founder of Turtle Wax. So,
has he caught any stingrays lately?
No, not in his Dick Shiner.
Hook me right in my Dick Shiner.
I thought a Dick Shiner is when you were slapping your old lady in the head with a mushroom tip and a hit on the eye. You gave her a Dick Shiner. Yeah, she wakes up the next day with a little mushroom tip there. She got a Dick Shiner. Of course, Dick Shiner is not to be confused with the turn-of-the-century baseball player Jack Glasscock. So, I mean, I've heard guys having a glass chin, but a glass cock, I mean...
If Chubb Smith married Jack Glasscock, he'd be Chubb's Glasscock.
Chubb's Glasscock.
All right. It could be worse things. You could have a stingray on your into yours.
I
guarantee if this was glass, that stingray wouldn't have bit it.
No.
See?
No.
Glass
That's
cock, man.
See, there you go.
Tell you what.
There was...
airport security with no problems?
Yeah, it's glass. It's glass, man.
It's glass, man.
It's glass. You could probably sell it out of a vending machine in New York. It's made out of glass. Okay, back to our list.
Yes.
Former WNBA player Dewana Boner.
Do you want a boner?
Dewana Boner.
Do you want a boner?
Let me tell you, I looked up a picture of Dewana Boner. She has never given a man a boner a day in his life. That's why she plays the WNBA, man. Not maybe a clit boner for some of the other female players on her team, but
hey, congratulations to the Seattle women's team for winning the WNBA championship. By the way,
yeah, way to not give any man a boner.
That's right. Or them to watch the game. A reason to watch the game.
Okay.
Did you watch any of the games?
What games?
WNBA games.
WNBA still a league? I had no idea.
Anyways, what's next?
Yeah, they got uniforms and everything.
Yeah,
it's really great.
Yeah, they get paid like $3,000 a game.
Oh, fantastic! Yeah. And how much does LeBron James make a game? $3 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems about fair.
They should have to pay you $3,000 to watch the game. I'm telling you what.
Yeah.
Anyways.
All right.
I'll tell you what.
All right. The Pittsburgh Pirates had an outfielder back in 1937, Johnny Dickshot.
Oh, Dickshot.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't even want to know what his warm-up routine was in the locker room.
He got his nickname from playing quarters.
Dickshot.
Yeah, beer pong.
NBA Philadelphia's King Star basketball player Chubby Cox. Yeah.
Chubby Cox.
Chubby Cox.
Okay. All right.
As long as it wasn't Chubby Glasscocks. There was a former college female basketball player, Ivana Mandic.
Wait a minute. Her name is Ivana Mandic?
Ivana Mandic.
And she was a female basketball player?
Yes.
Well, there you go.
And she was from like Yugoslavia or one of those. And I think she had a Mandic. I swear to God.
No video on that one.
No. Detroit Tigers outfielder, Rusty Kuntz. Could be pronounced Kuntz,
I'm
spelled
pretty
Kuntz.
sure it's pronounced Kuntz.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's spelled Kuntz.
Well,
his name is Rusty Kuntz.
I learned that lesson when I was 13-year-old the hard way.
College football player, Luscious Pussy. Which is better than Rusty Kuntz, I guess. Luscious Pussy is better than Rusty Kuntz. Lucius Pussy? Luscious Pussy? Lucius? Maybe it's Lucius.
Pussy.
Lucius Pussy. I would go, dude,
Luscious Pussy.
people would be like, what's your name? I'd be like, John Smith.
Yeah, Ed.
It's pronounced,
Frank.
Is your last name Pussy? No, it's pronounced Smith.
Yeah, Smith.
Dick Smith. Dick Pussy.
That's right.
Yeah, if Dick Shiner married
it's pronounced throat wobbler
Luscious
mangrove.
Pussy. And Clay, all of those are really bad, but
Yes,
not
they
as
are.
bad as the absolute worst name in all of sports. Tennis star Jack Sock. And let me tell you why that's bad. Is because through all of my teenage years, I had a Jack Sock I kept under my bed.
Oh, I'm sure you did.
Yeah, a Jack Sock is what you need when
Yay!
when you get Johnny Dick Shot. You need a Jack Sock when your dick trickles,
When
if you know what I
when you're
mean.
thinking of luscious pussy.
Yeah, when you get
Lucius
done rubbing your
Pussy.
chubby cocks, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Build-A-Burger, James.
So,
You think about a fatburg all over again. Jesus.
anyway, yeah. So when you sign your next check, or they ask you what your name is, and your name is like Mike Johnson or something, like, don't feel bad. Your name is not Uranus Johnson.
Yeah, Uranus Johnson, that might be my favorite.
You're Misty Hyman.
And speaking of guys that are in bad shape, we have our Stugotz of the week this week.
Okay.
A man in China purchased a first-class airline ticket and used it to eat over 300 free meals at the Xi'an International Airport's VIP lounge in China. He would book a flight, then using his fully refundable VIP ticket, would go to the airport VIP lounge before the flight. He would then eat his full meal, then go and change his flight to another date. The airline finally became concerned when they noticed his flight had been changed over 300 times. And finally, he went in, he canceled his flight and cashed in his fully refundable ticket. The Stugotz is strong in you, my friend.
That is nice.
They have since changed their policy.
I don't know if you heard this. I don't have a story on this. This is kind of impromptu, but did you hear about this gal that was fired? She worked at like a grocery store or something. She worked in the deli, and she got fired from, they said, stealing like $5,000 worth of meat, lunch meat, over like a 5-year period of time. I don't have all the facts in front of me, but they said that she would eat 3 to 5 slices of deli lunch meat a day. And that added up over the course of 5 years for like $3,000 or whatever. It's like, dude, if you work in a deli and you're like snack on a couple pieces, like really, you're telling me a baker doesn't eat a fucking donut
every now and then? I remember when I worked in the fast food restaurant industry, somebody'd screw up an order or something, and that was your lunch.
Yeah, if you work at Kentucky Fried Chicken, you're not grabbing a leg that's been sitting there like, leg's been sitting there for like an hour.
But here's the thing, though. After time, wouldn't get sick of eating it, though? Like, if you ate that every day for, 5 years?
Yeah.
Okay, I'd probably have to, like, go try to apply
But
it to
it
Taco
says
Bar
average.
on
It
Saturdays or
averaged
something.
3 to 5 slices a day. So, I mean,
I
maybe
see,
some days she would, like, make a
Yeah,
sandwich.
she just took, like,
you know
a pound
what
a
I mean?
week or whatever.
Yeah.
But
I
it's lunch
mean,
meat,
it's not
man.
like she
Come
just
on.
walked up to the candy bar aisle and grabbed a pocket full of candy bars and then grabbed
That's
3 or
right.
4 bags of chips. I mean,
No,
you're sitting there
no.
slicing deli, like one might fall on the counter.
70% of all inventory loss is employee theft, man. I remember that from one of my jobs I got fired at for stealing.
Well, I mean, and here's the thing.
I
Okay.
didn't make that up.
So,
Anyways, yeah.
all right.
I was going for the joke. It didn't work.
Yeah, sure.
So, James, you have any rant or anything? We have a few minutes left.
Yeah, actually, I do have a rant. Speaking of grocery stores, I do have a rant about the grocery store. I was at, I'm not going to name the grocery store, one here locally, the other day. Maybe. And anyway, they have the 12 item or less express aisle.
Oh,
right?
I know the 12
that
items.
way you don't get,
Right.
stuck behind the old lady that's got a shopping cart.
mountain
So,
of
yeah, or
groceries.
the person first day of the month, they get their government check. They got to go down
Mountain
and
of groceries
get their
still taken
Twinkies and Oreos and all this shit that
Beef
you're
jerky.
not supposed to be spending that
Jerky,
money on.
beef
Yeah.
jerky.
Yeah, I got my food stamps. So I should be buying like actually food, but I'm going to go spend it on
Ice cream and
Monster
beef jerky.
energy drinks and beef jerky, microwavable popcorn.
It happens.
Yeah, let's not buy like carrots and potatoes and like real food. So anyway,
Some people don't eat real food.
I have 3 items, okay?
Okay.
I got, I don't know, whatever, hot dogs, buns, and milk. Or I had automatic transmission fluid, a
Right.
dozen eggs,
Right.
and
A
some
flashlight,
mopping glue.
a flashlight, lawn chair, and some douche.
Yeah, exactly,
Okay,
right?
I'm with you.
Anyway, so I get up in line, and the lady in front of me has a shopping cart
mountain
piled
of
full of like, and it came like $170 or something like that.
Isn't it? Oh, my God.
Little
What just
windage.
happened?
Little
I don't
windage.
know what happened. Hang on,
But-
hang on. This is a new feature. It's called We Don't Know How to Do This.
Yeah, it's called
Oh, that's
being
way
filmed
better.
live. Yeah, perfect.
Oh, okay, cool.
But here's the thing. It says right there, big sign, 12 items or less. and you're going to get up in line just because it's the shortest line with $170 worth of crap, and you can't tell me that there's 12 items that cost $170. I never wanted to slap an old lady upside the head so bad. I'm like, can't you read? Clean your glasses, old lady.
A couple of Christmases ago, I actually had a woman count my items at Walmart in the 10 items or less or whatever.
Yeah?
Yeah, I had like 6 things, but they were all really big. And I was waiting in line, and she was behind me, and she actually came out and started moving shit around and counted it out. And I was like, can I help you? And she's like, it's an express lane. I'm like, I got like 6 things. She's like, oh, just making sure. Or just checking.
What if I bought a dozen eggs, an 18-pack of beer?
Right. Okay, that's an
24
excellent
pack
question. That
of
is a fantastic
hot dogs.
question. M&Ms,
M&Ms, yeah, potato chips.
a bag of Skittles.
You're seriously going to sit there and count every potato chip?
That's why they need a 4,000 items or more lane.
I think they should
We
do
got
that.
4,000 items or more lane.
What they
Just
need
for
to
those
have is the first of the month government check lane. And like, you go over there and you ain't got a job. It ain't like you got nowhere to go.
Here's what they need.
Go home and watch soap operas and eat your M&Ms and ding dongs, you fat
Here's
ass.
what they need to have.
Go get a job. What they need to have is the first of the month government check line is applications. Instead of giving you a receipt, here's your receipt and an application. Go get a job.
You know they fold the things up and they put it in your bag?
Yeah. Oh yeah, like the flyer. Yeah.
Right,
Here's an application.
Right. But you do applications. Yeah, but then again, James, would you really want those people bagging your groceries?
No,
Like,
because
really?
here's the thing: they would eat 3 to 5 slices of my deli meat every time they went to put it in a grocery bag.
I think Hurricane Florence has finally made its way inward.
Yeah, storm's coming, so guess what? We're gonna bail on out of here. Thank you for watching,
Thanks for watching. We'll see you
this
guys.
week's edition of the Ownbey 15-minute news hour.
If you made it this long, then God bless you.
We'll be back.
We'll be back next week. See ya.
That was the Ownbey 15-minute news hour. That was the Ownbey 15-minute news hour. That was the Ownbey 15-minute news hour. Here's our sign. Here's our sign.
The storm's coming.
I think we're about to get a blowjob.